Okay, so I'll be sharing the extreme link to our community and the LP Army so that others can join. And if you also have a community, you can also share the link with them.
Yeah, great. I just shared it on my X too. So also sharing my screen so you can then make it live.
Okay.
Yeah, cool.
Okay, so GM, welcome everyone to the stream. Welcome Roy for also joining the stream. Welcome everyone. I also thank Michael for accepting the stream with us today to teach us about how to use the DLMM Alert to monitor your LP positions. So, just to give a brief overview, the DLMM Alert is a Telegram bot that monitors your position actively for you. So, for example, don't have the if you are not opportune to sit in front of your screen every day, you have other things you are doing. This bot will monitor it and alert you, and you are not granting uh, the bot any permission to control your wallet. I want to believe it's what the developers call is it view only or something that it's not granting you're not granting it any internal permission, so it's just surface level. But I will let Michael take over and give us a detailed overview of everything.
Yeah, thanks also, Jimet, from my side, and thanks for inviting me for today's live stream. It's a pleasure. Should we go right away into the
Yeah,
presentation, or okay,
yeah,
great. Yeah, um, as you already mentioned, so DLMM Alert is an opportunity for every LP to monitor positions on Meteora, and also to have opportunity to get alerts. So let me just walk you through the history of how does it happened. It's actually 2 months since it's started. It started on the 7th March, and yeah, it's pretty much two months from that. And it's all started with the inside of the content machine chat, where Swanny posted this in the chat, where he actually asked the opportunity to have alerts on Meteora. And as I saw this, this was really something that I personally needed myself as well, because I have pretty much the same situation as Swanny have. And when you have a job, when you have family, or pretty much when you do anything either than sitting in front of the computer, you need an opportunity to get an alert when your position is out of range, or you hit your take profit or something else. So this is actually a crucial functionality, but we don't have it right now, right? So we have a dialect integration inside of Meteora since the beginning, actually, but it yeah, it's not that easy to set up, and it's only worked with out of range. So pretty much, yeah, I would say useless for most of us. And yeah, so this is what he asked for, actually. And this pretty much a problem or an issue for every LP out there. You when you have no visibility on your position, you have no idea how it's going, right? So if it's a degen play, you have to be there. You have to be on the in front of your monitor, and when you go away, yeah, 5 minutes can be crucial and can damage your LP game. If you're multi-day play, it doesn't matter that much, but at least you need. It's great if you have an alert for it, right? So and yeah, as I said, when you're going out, um, you have your daily job, you play with kids, you have no idea how your position running. And yeah, also you think about your position when you have one, and when you have no clue how to view, or I mean, proactively get an alert, that could become a problem, because when you forget about your position, and you have nothing that alert you via Telegram chat, for example, you are pretty much, yeah, lost and you have no idea how it's going. And in that time, as Swanny posted his message, I had like a week or 2 weeks before already, yeah, trying to get some posts out on my X about this problem, or not problem, but the issue, and trying to have some solutions. And this is actually like to have a trading view. On trading view, you can set up alerts, but it's always chart oriented. So it's basically you can set alerts on a specific price, and it's not that flexible. On the other side, you also do not have any token that we LP on Meteora on TradingView. So this is an issue. Then I figured out that you can use Telegram bots, like the drop bot, where you can have pretty much the same, but also here you always can have a price specific alerts. So yeah, and because at the time I already started to vibe code and already finished two web 2 apps, I thought, why not develop this app by myself? So this was the start of DLMM Alert, where I just, started to vibe code my own solution. I just tried to describe my pains and how to solve it. And yeah, I came with the solutions, where I created position specific triggers, alerts that pretty much, yeah, covers most of the use cases that we have when we LP, right? Out of range is just the first one, right? So but the most important is when you have some bin movements, when the bin have reached a specific level, for example 50% of the range, get an alert. When you have a take profit or stop loss, just get an alert when it triggers, right? When something pump and so on, or when something dumps pretty hard, get an alert. And also pull alerts, because sometimes we see a pattern where, for example, when the volume drops, it pretty much have no reason to stay in the pool. But again, this data, if the volume drops, you need to figure out, you need to go to the pool side, you need data to compare with, because you don't have it in top of your mind. What was the volume 1 hour before and how it is now, and this kind of stuff. I thought this would be good idea to have also, like when the Solana liquidity drops, for example, to a specific threshold that you set for yourself, as a, I need to run out from this pool. And yeah, also security stuff, because when you LP, when you start to LP, everybody tells you you need to go to the rug check and at least look there if the token is okay, right? So, and sometimes when you're in a rush, you just forget about it, right? So I don't know how about you, but I do sometimes forget to go to the reg check and check it there. So also here I thought, why not solve this pain as well? Because when you forget about it, I at least have the opportunity then to get an alert. So it should be proactively. That's why I thought the assistant approach will be a great idea here. And of course, I need to integrate it with Telegram, because there's no other great opportunities there. I also started with the dialect, but it wasn't that good, so I integrated in Telegram. That's why all the alerts going there. And I also figured out that combined with the Apple Watch, what brings me to the next slide, is a really cool idea. If you're, for example, you're somewhere playing with the kids, or you are out with your dog walking, the possibility just to look at your watch and see, for example, here on the left side, you have some messages where you see the exact range, and then you just look at the watch. It's not specifically an alert where you have to do something, but it just a snapshot of your position, and then you see, oh, everything fine, and do your own thing, right? So it's just you don't have to run to the computer. You don't you don't need to open the position on your mobile phone, on your smartphone. Open the app, going to the wallet, going to the Meteora website, open the position itself. So it takes a lot of steps, right? So and time to do that. And with the Apple Watch, or just with an alert, it just 5 seconds, and you have the information that you need. And it works pretty easy. So it's just going to the website. I will guide you through this right now. So just 3 steps. You log in, and as you already mentioned, you have like two possibilities to log in. You have the wallet that you can use as a authentication, and even there, you don't have to use your wallet, your actual LP. So it's just for authentication only. It could be a burner wallet. We don't use this wallet for fetching your positions. You decide yourself which wallet addresses you want to monitor. And of course, you can log in or sign in with Google. It's the most easiest way. And then it's always read only. So there's no transactions needed or something else. And then you configure your alerts. We will look at it right now, and then you get notified. So it's easy as it is. And we have also cool commands inside of Telegram, where you can receive informations about your positions, how they're running, the PNL, the range, everything in one place. So we can then jump into the demo if you're okay.
Oh yeah, we can go on.
Yeah, great. So as I said, you go to the DLMM Alert app, And the only thing you have to do here at the beginning is sign in, and then you can take the Google one or just your wallet, and again, just burn a wallet just for authentication. So let me close this. So when you log in, then you see this. When you have connected your when you have decided with what wallet you wanna track, and when you have connected your Telegram, which can be done here, and we also have a guide here. So if you don't know how to do that, we have a step-by-step with screenshots, and it guides you through the setup process. It's under 60 seconds, and you are connected. And the first thing that you will see, and this is not the main part of the app actually, but I will share. I will explain you why it's a cool thing, because we have multi-wallet integration here, and you can also switch to this view, and on the dashboard you have all of your positions inside of one app. And as I said before, we have multi-wallet functionality. So that means that you have your like primary wallet, and then you can have up to 4 additional combined 5 wallets inside the DLMM Alert app. And because you combine these wallets, it means you actually see every position from every wallet on one screen. What could be really cool when you track a lot of wallets, then you don't need, have too much tabs open and stuff like this. So you can track everything right away, and then you can make it a little bit compact. You can collapse unnecessary informations, and when you need them, then you just open it. And you can also switch to this view, where you also have the most important informations, like the status, the P&L, everything in one app. And also when you have more than one position, like here, we combine this, so you see exactly 2 positions. You see the actual wallet, because you need to understand which one. You can of course filter them, so you can just filter, just show me one wallet. I need only positions from this specific wallet, and then it's much easier for you to understand. You can have you can search, you can filter by the warning, for example. You also have the full view actually, so you have your total liquidity. Also, it's filtered, so it just for this specific wallet. If you click all, it would be regenerated here. And also the total P&L in USD and Solana. So everything that the Meteora dashboard also shows you just on one screen. Yeah, and then of course the most important thing, we have the alerts, and the alerts are here. You can have multiple alerts, as I said before. Let me guide you through this. So this is the area. So this is where you can globally set your alert preferences for every position that you opened or future one. And let me zoom a little bit in. So the first 2 are, in my opinion, the most crucial ones. They are attached to the range, right? So we have the actual range that we have, right, from 0% to 100. And if the price reach any area of the of your position, you can set the first early warning. And in this case, I have set up like when the position reaches 50% of the range, that will be here, then I want to get my first alert, and it's called early alert. You can set it to 20%, you can set it to 60%. It's up to you. So you can have here, you have a slider, and then you can set it to any percentage value that is matched to your strategy, to your LP style. Also, every single alert have a cooldown. Cooldown means for how many minutes this alert will be paused and will not send you any alert when it triggers again, because when the price is dynamic, right? So when the price goes to the 50% and then it comes back to 40, and in 1 minute it comes back to 50%, we will get triggered again because it reached again for the second time, it reached 50%. And it could be in just 5 minutes or in 2 minutes, because the price is volatile, right? It goes, it's dynamic. And when you have your cooldown set to a lower amount, then you will receive this alert maybe twice, maybe more. So it could be annoying. So that's why, figure out for yourself what the best cooldown for each of the warning is. In my case, it's set to 30 minutes. Then the next one is the critical warning. So it's basically 2 warnings matched to the position, to the range of your position, and this is the critical. So critical warning needs to be something near to the edge, right? So this where the price reaches the area where your impermanent loss becomes higher, right? So in my case, it's 80%. That means when the price reaches 80% of your bins, of your range, then you will receive this alert. And then you can open the app, look at the chart, and make your own decisions, right? And the cooldown is also here set to 30 minutes. You can have a lower amount or a higher amount. Then the next alert group is the out of range group. So we have many triggers for it, not just out of range. And you can have it, you can use them all or just some of those. So you don't have to use every out of range or inactive alerts. You can figure out what matches your strategy, your style. But basically, we have two alerts for the out of range state. The out of range means this area, right? So where you have the impermanent loss, where the price goes beyond your lower level, so the critical one, right? But the position could be also out of range when the price goes up, right? So you open the position and the price pumped, and you also need to know about this, because staying in the position where you earn no fees, it's not efficient, right? So you can set this when the price goes above of your position from the upper range. It's also good when you, for example, you have a position and you had your first early alert. That means that the price reached 50%, and then after some minutes you get the inactive above range. That means that the price pumped so much from this level, could be an exit opportunity for you. but at least you have this information. And then we have out of range, um, just lower range, right? And that means that it exactly tells you it's a lower range. And we have the back in range. Back in range means the price got out of range on the uh, upper or the lower range, doesn't matter. And when the price comes back, this is the alert you also want to have. In my opinion, this is one of the crucial ones because it tells you exactly when it reaches from the upper range. That means, oh, the position earning fees again, and I need to be, you know, worry about this. I need to know this. And when it's from the lower range, that means, oh, I had impermanent loss. It's back in the range. I need to do something. Maybe I'm not in the impermanent loss area. Maybe the price pumped a lot, and I'm in profit now. So this is great to have. Then we have two settings for the price changes a lot. So when we have a bigger price movements, we can set the pump or dump alerts, which is basically also you set the percentage amount of the price movement on the chart. And when the price in this case moves 35%, then get an alert, get a pump alert. Could be a good alert for, for an exit strategy, right? Because you see, you waited for a pump, and then you get this alert, and then you can close your position, for example. And also a dump alert, so when the price go down the exact amount that you set, this could be also a trigger for you. At least look at the chart and monitor a position more precisely. So then we have the bin movement alert. This is somehow a standalone. It's not matched to any specific price range or any specific movement. It just triggers trigger an alert every time when a specific bin step is happening. So it's basically for when you want to monitor your position and to keep an eye on this. And I set it mostly to 10 bins when I want to closely look at the position and to be, stay stay alerted every time when there's bin movements. It could be sometimes annoying when you have a lot of positions, but when you set it just to positions you want, and I show you how to do that, then it's a great thing when you need to pay attention a little bit more to a specific position. Then we have take profit and stop loss. And this is I would say most of the interesting ones, because you have your own goals, and when you go out again, you want to be alerted when you reach your take profit or stop loss that you can define in USD and SOL values, which is pretty cool, because sometimes when you set the take profit to a USD value and the price of Solana pumps, as we saw recently, then when you set like 10% profit, for example, take profit, you would get an alert even though you earned no fees and the price of the token didn't moved at all. So it's basically Solana pumped and you get alerted because you have a take profit, but you actually earned nothing. So that's why I always say set it to Solana. This is, in my opinion, in my personal LP style, more relevant to my profits. So that's why I always set it to Solana value or not the USD value, because as I said, it's sol price sensitive in this case. And then you can set like the negative value for the stop loss, and then the uh, positive value for the take profit. So when you reach 2%, get an alert, then you can decide what you do, close your position, and so on. And also, if you have, so this is a take profit on your whole position, but we also have the fee milestone when you can set a specific goal in USD for the fees, and then get an alert for this. So it doesn't mean you have your percentage take profit. It's a USD value on your milestone, which could be pretty cool to have. And then you set it there, and you get alerted when you hit your goal. And as I said, you can combine this, so you can have percentage value and the fee milestone and use them combined. And we have here two safe possibilities. If you change something here and you just say save defaults, it will not apply on every existing position that you already have. It will only apply for the future ones. So it's just a default for your whole alert system, but it will not override your existing ones. For that reason, we have this second button here, save and update existing. When you click this, then you will override every rule on every position you have open. So be aware, that could be a really cool feature when you just want to set a new default for every position. If you have specific positions, it will override them. So be aware when you're using it. And because of this, the next thing is we have on each position, you can have a dedicated, you can have own rules, own alert rules on every position, which is pretty cool. So what I showed you before, it's a global one. It's a default settings for every position that you open. This will be applied. But if you want, you have a degen play or you have a long-term position, you can set these alerts. You can disable the ones you don't need and enable the ones you need, and define for example, the early warning for this specific token, for this specific pool, or in this case it's your position, it's not the pool. And then you can have a different one, right? And you can save, or here we want like $10, for example. You can save it, and it will be only for this specific position, not the whole pool, just the exact position, which is pretty cool because you can have your own alerts on every position that you have. And you can, of course, disable positions. So if you, for example, you have a specific wallet where you don't want to track all positions or a specific position, just disable it and you will not be alerted. Because as I said, when you have too much positions, when you have too much wallets, it could be annoying when you have a lot of alerts. So, but we will speak about this later as well. Next thing, so this is the alert default. This is in my opinion, the most important one. So this is why I created all this, because I needed this alerts. It's pretty much covers every use case that I had before, and we also had some user feedbacks and added new ones. So if you have any idea when you're using it, we have a Telegram chat. You can of course give some suggestions for alerts, and I will try to implement them. The next are the pull alerts. As I said before, these were the position related alerts, and we also have the pool alerts where we cover the whole pool. And this is the first one is the volume drop. In my opinion, one of the crucial ones, because you want to be alerted when you see that the volume drop significantly, because when the volume drops, that means your fees might be dropping as well. And when the price itself drops a lot, then you will have a bigger impermanent loss. So this is why it's crucial to be alerted when bigger drops happens. At least it brings you to look at the chart, to look at other stats that you can find on the Meteora website. Then low Solana liquidity. When ILP, I have my, let's say, my own rules for opening a position in a pool and also leaving a pool. And when you have this as well, this could be attached to the Solana liquidity. So not the complete liquidity with the token part and the Solana part. And this specific one, it's related to the Solana liquidity. And when a specific amount of Solana inside of the pool becoming it's a threshold, you can set it. So for example, mine is 100. When it goes beyond, I want an alert, because the lower the amount of Solana in the pool, the critical or it becomes for me or for the pool. You earn, of course, more when you have less sol in the pool, but it could be critical because it might be a rack, it might be a bigger whales going from this pool, and you stay alone, and so on and so it could be a critical alert for you if you have a specific amount of sol that you define for yourself as a safe play. Then Solana Sol liquidity drop in percentage. So this is the exact value. So for example, like here, 100 Sol could be 50 Sol, whatever fits for you, for your risk level. And then this is the actual percentage drop. So for example, this pool have 2000 Sol. Pretty safe, right? But when you see that the amount of Sol drops significantly, like 50%, then at least you need to look at the stats, you need to look at the chart. So this is a good alert to have, just to fetch these bigger drops of the Solana liquidity, as I said before. And low TVL. So this brings me to the next thing. So not Solana specific, but the TVL of the whole pool, which is then the Solana part and the token part. And when you have also here a specific amount of liquidity that needs to be in the pool to be safe in this pool, right? So the more TVL we have, the safer the token. Of course, it depends on other things as well. But in general, if you have a 300k pool, that means that it's not less liquidity to say this is a more safe, a safer pool than when it's like 10k, right? So you can set the USD value as well, and then you can track if the TVL of the pool drops beyond, you get an alert, and then you can look at the chart, you can look at the pool, you can look at how safe you are in this position and make again your own position based on this information. So it doesn't force you to something, it just gives you the most relevant information for your strategy, for your risk level, to make, based on this data, based on this information, your own decision. And of course, as I described before, the rack check. And you can have, so the rack check happens actually in the background anyways, even though you don't check this this toggle. When you turn it off, you still get the alert if the rack check says more than more than 60 score points or higher. You will get a notification, you get an alert, even though you didn't not activated this toggle. So this toggle is just for when you want the rack check on every pool, on every position you open. And it gives you just an information about the scoring. You're also getting alerts when the token migration happens. And I use the migrate.fun for this functionality. So it doesn't mean it's you will get an alert when it's not through this platform, right? So it's only when it's go through this platform. So be aware of this. It doesn't mean that it covers every specific case that can happen about the token migration. Same the pool blacklist. So when we receive this information from the Meteora API that this pool is blacklisted, then you will receive an alert. But when it doesn't go through this API or something happen, then you will get no alert in this case. So be aware of this. Yeah, so this is basically it about the alert. So you have the alert defaults, pool specific alerts, you have the security alerts. Also have the calculator where you can select the position you have already opened. It grabs the pool contract, and then you can set the amount you have deposit into the pool. You can set the strategy used. So, for example, spot or bid ask. Because we grab this position from the API, we already know the number of bins you have opened, and you can also set the bin step is already set. So, and then you can see how your impermanent loss is when you reach a specific level of the position. So you will have the position value here, and you see, so it will become like $77 in this case when the price reaches 74% of the range. It will be mean you losing $10 or 0.12 Solana. So it's approximately right. So it could be not that accurate, but the range is pretty good. And you will also see how many, again, approximately the token part, how much will you accumulate in this case. And then you will also see how many Solana will be staying in the pool. And then you can decide what you do with this information. So yeah, you can adapt your strategy. You can, be aware of this at least. Yeah, and the next thing is, of course, the Telegram bot, which is also there. And this is one of the, cockpit that I use when I'm on the go. So I have I have my smartphone, and I don't actually want to open the um, the wallet, going to the website on Meteora and check everything there. I just need it much quicker. And that's why the Telegram is very convenient for it. And this is the bot that you configure when you sign in into the app. And we have here commands that you can use right away, so you don't have to type them and remember every command. It's there. You can just open this panel, and then we have these alerts. First one is the list view. It's just a very compact view to look at all of your positions that are currently monitored and where you have alerts on. So positions that are not activated, the toggle will not be inside of this message, right? And it also, every time, it's grouped by the actual wallet, and we can have names set to this wallet, so you know exactly what wallet you use, so you can configure this inside of the app, which is pretty cool. And then you can you in this command you have like a very compact view about all of your position. Then you have like inactive on this pool, you are safe in this position. You have the Solana PNL and the USD value PNL in one place, and then you just quickly look at this, and then you can do your own thing, right? So very limited. When you need more information, sometimes you need this. Also, when you want to have these bin steps, right? So you want to see the actual, where is the price inside of my bin overview. Then you have the slash status. And as you see here, we have like much bigger message here. Yeah, we need to scroll here. And again, it's grouped by the wallet name. And then you have for each position, not pool, position, the actual bin map, as you see here. So you see 3% of the range in this position. You have the status. It is in range. Great to know. You have the PNL. Again, you have the USD value PNL and USD value percentage, and the same for Solana. You have the exact Solana value and the percentage of this inside of this message, and you have the fees as well. And I use it most of the time, and I use it most of the time to see the PNL, of course, to be aware, and to see the actual bin map. So I have the full overview in one screen, and I don't need to open the each position, because even on the Meteora portfolio, it's hard to see where all of the positions are in the bin map. So here, right? So it's pretty cool to see everything fine, or what of the positions I need to look deeper. And when you have the situation, when you have, like here, for example, you reach the 59%, then you can open the wallet, go to the pool, look at the chart, make a deeper research, and find a solution to react or not. Then we have the summary. Summary is pretty much also something between the list, where you have a combined very limited information, and a more data-oriented view. So no bin map, just focus on the ROI, the net view, the invested amount and the current amount of the primary wallet. And this shows you, this is much, I need to explain you the structure. So this is the full overview about all of your investments on your wallets. Then it's breakdown to the wallet itself. So this is the summary of the whole wallet, one wallet. So the full overview. So the how much SOL you're investing right now, and the P&L of it, and the ROI, so return of investment. And then you have breakdown for each pool or each position, a breakdown of the same information. So very structured, very informative when you need this information. Was actually a feedback from one of the early users. He wanted this, and yeah, I just implemented this, and it's pretty useful. Then we have the wallet. Wallet shows you the information, also structured by the wallets, and it shows you the amount of SOL of your of the whole wallet, not what you invested, how much are in the positions. So you have the exact DLMM position value or amount of Solana. You have the locked rent. So we combine every this rent that is locked, and this will be returned to you, and the unclaimed fees as well. And it's it's approximately, because it's in this moment, because we have the token part and the Solana part. And when you would sell the token part in this moment, how much how much value it would be in Solana, we calculate this, and then you have the total. So because I know exactly how much Solana I have before I open all of my positions. And that's why I like this, because I can understand how much I'm in profit only by looking at the Solana total. Because when my starting point is, for example, 22 Solana, and I have 22 81, that means I'm 0.81 in profit. So you can do the math then. And the last one is the revenue. And this is something that is coming from LP agent API. We show the last 30 days, breaking it to a daily P&L in Solana. So you don't have to do your math, or you don't have to do it on your own. Look at the LP agent. It just in the bot, just hit the revenue, and you have the full overview, and also a summary of all of your performances on the day. Yeah, so this is everything pretty useful when you, for example, when you wake up, you just hit status or something, and you know exactly what's coming. And if you want to receive proactively a status overview of all of your positions at a specific time, we have a dedicated alert, which is configured here. When you open this menu and you have here notifications, you can have and enable the daily digest. And the daily digest comes proactively, automatically, at the time that you define here. So for example, in my case, it's 6 UTC. You can set it to any time that it matches for you. Could be at the morning, for example. Good timing. And then you will receive a daily report for your opened positions in the P&L of it. Yeah, which is also pretty cool. This whole app can be installed as an app on your device and also on your smartphone. And because I just use it as a camera right now, I can I need to show you this via screenshot. So this is something that this is a progressive web app. Same as Meteora, for example, you have this PVC functionality where you can install a specific app as a on your lock screen, and this is the app icon that you will have then to receive this. We have a guide how to do this. It just took two clicks, right? And then you have a dedicated app where you can look at all of your positions on your mobile phone, even though you cannot swap or close, but you have an overview. So this is what I use, for example, when I need to quickly look at all of your positions and have a little bit more detailed view on all of my positions. I use the Telegram bot or the app. So two possibilities for everyone to check the position, because sometimes I need a bit a deeper look with more data. Then I use the app. It's very convenient also when you're on the go, or you use the Telegram one. And because this PVC apps works on iOS and Android, it's pretty convenient to have, because you have something where you can also configure the alerts or change a specific alert for a specific position, and you don't have it on the desktop. You have it right away on your smartphone, which is pretty convenient to have. Okay, let me look. Do you have any questions?
Yeah, I have some questions, but funny enough, you've answered most of the questions I have here written out. I wrote them here. But
Yeah.
Crypto has a question. You said, is there any plans for DAM-V2 alerts?
Sorry, to what alerts? What plans?
DAM-V2.
Actually, yeah, I actually not, but also because nobody asks for it. But yeah, I can think about it, absolutely. But maybe he can write to me what exact alerts he wants. That will also cool. He can reach out to me. We can talk about this. Absolutely. So at the
Okay.
moment, it's for DLMM only, as the name says, right?
Okay, that's great. The one question I had here is that what are the most important alerts you would recommend for any OP to use?
Yeah, absolutely. It's hard to say just one, but I use always in combination, but at least the critical warning. The critical warning, at least one of those. It doesn't matter which one you take, because it's also like a placeholder where you have like percentage value matched to it, and the name, because when you get this alert, you also see what it actually is, right? So for example, here you see the wallet name, and then you see the actual alert, what it is. In this case, for example, it's the volume drop. Then you see the actual pool name, and you see the value. So in 1 hour it dropped 45% from 4K to 2K, which is pretty significant. Same here. We have the bin movement, for example, right? So they have you also all the information. And yeah, because I have my layer cake strategy, where I layer the positions when the price drop, right? And because my strategy says I open a position when the bin step of a position reaches 50%, I open a new position. So the price reach 50% of the range means for me I have to do something. I have to open a new position. That's why when you ask me, my personally, when I just need one, I would go with the early warning, or I can use the critical warning for it. It doesn't matter. So it doesn't matter here, but I will use this because this triggers me to do something, and that's why I would do this. But you can, of course, someone would say to take profit or stop loss. It's also a good one, but I can. If I would pick one, this will be the early warning, especially because it belongs to my strategy.
Okay, thank you so much. Personally, I prefer the early morning because it alerts me how my position is doing well, especially when it's going down in my range. And another question here is there any upgrade or updates coming that we should look forward to concerning the DLM alert?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm actually in the middle of, a bigger refactoring of, under the hood to make it more stable, to make it more accurate. So I hope I can finish it this week. And my next plan is to redesign the whole app, to make it full screen, to make it to have a better UX. So this is the next steps. So technically, to make it more stable, more accurate, and redesign the app is one of the next steps. Absolutely.
Okay, thank you so much. And if you have any question, you can just drop it in the chat box before we end the stream. And I would love to know what this is not like related to DLM alert, but generally helping. What advice would you give someone just starting out in LP? You know, the market is kind of coming back now, and we definitely get new LPs who want to try the platform. So, what advice would you have for them?
Yeah. I get in these questions a lot of time right now. So I would not give it. It's always hard to say just one. Um, just one. You know, if I would say just one, to be to be curious about finding your own strategy, finding your own style is the most relevant at the end. So it doesn't matter um, what you what you learn on the way. So it's very crucial to to learn a lot, to understand how Meteora works, how LP works. It's crucial, right? But at the end, find your own way and strategy and try to execute it over and over again. And on this journey, and look at this as a journey, because you will not, probably, maybe if you have luck, you will be successful at the beginning. Could happen if you have a great background, if you have a lot of knowledge about LP, DeFi, technical analysis. It's a good foundation if you have this. But if you are not that into crypto or doesn't have a lot of background, then understand that it will take some time until you become better, profitable. And even though you are not profitable, you will learn a lot. And it will take time until this knowledge will boost you, will boost your profits. So that's why, um, be aware of this, start learning, but don't expect great results at the beginning, but just, you know over time, when you stick there, and you will learn on the way, just to adapt, learn from your mistakes, and then you will become better and better over time. And this is, don't drop too early if you have less success.
Okay, thank you so much. That was amazing, and this is one of the best advice I got personally. And I believe this does not only relate to beginners. If you've been helping for a while, you could also learn a thing or two from it. And we're coming to the end of the stream very soon. So, in case you are just joining the stream, want you to follow DLMM Alert and MichaelZogot on Twitter. Is like one of the best LPs I know, shares insight on LP every single day. So you have a lot to learn following him. If you're not following him, you are definitely missing out on a lot of alphas, on a lot of tutorials on how to LP properly. So thank you so much once again for coming and joining us on this stream and teaching us so much about the DLM Alert.
Yeah, thanks for having me. And yeah, as I said, I do I developed this app for me because I needed this, and because other LPs will need this as well. And yeah, I'm very thankful also for you. You are one of the first one who tested it, and also spread out the word about the DLMM alert, which boosted the usage of the tool. But yeah, I think Nigeria is like one of the first, the top three regions that using the app, which is pretty cool. And it's only because you.
Wow, that's amazing. That is amazing. The tool is very helpful. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope so. I just want to help people, and these alerts will help you. Um, when you're at the beginning, then you will definitely need alerts, because you will miss a lot of price movements, price changes. And if you're not sticking, when you're not sitting in front of the computer all the time, then you will definitely need a trigger that tells you, oh, something happened, you need to look at it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I would be more profitable if I had this app, you know, uh, the whole time before, because when the volatility kicks, you need an alert when you out and live your life, and still have a lot of positions open.
Yeah, that's actually true. And one reason why I loved the alert was because there was a time I missed out. I just when I was just starting out, I missed out on a, an exit point,
Yeah,
and it robbed me.
exactly.
And I was so mad at myself that I would have exited if I only got an alert. And around that time, you just posted it, and I was very happy. Like never again will this happen, and that's been helping me since then. So thank you so much.
Yeah, appreciate it.
So we're coming to the end of the stream, and if you're just joining, or if you've not followed the DLM Alert, MichaelZogot, Met Nigeria, the LP Army, or Meteora, make sure you follow each of these accounts on Twitter to never miss out on any updates. And same time, same place next week, Friday, we would be hanging, we'll be hosting another stream here again. So see you all next time. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, and thanks for having me. Bye together.
Bye bye.